Making this bread and eggplant salad, we're gonna need about four to five slices of bread, whole wheat, white bread, whatever. It's better if it's like a day old or you know, not super fresh. We got our basil leaves. We have 2 to 3 eggplant. I've already cut some up. I've got some white and black eggplant, but just use regular eggplant, whatever. We also have a half a pint of cherry tomatoes. I've also got balsamic and olive oil. So for our eggplant, we're going to try to take the ends off. We're going to take some of the skin off, and you can do that with a peeler. What you do is take a peeler, and if you have one of those serrated peelers, even better, but we don't need all the skin for the eggplant, so take some of the skin off because it's going to roast, and we want it a little bit soft so it's going to work well with the bread. So when you peel it like that, you're just going to keep going and going like this, right? And then you're going to cut your end off on your eggplant. And then we're going to cut it in half again, like that, right? And then we're going to have half again like that, and then half again like that. And then we're going to cut down pieces. Pieces are going to be about ½ an inch wide going the other way. So you kind of got like eggplant quarters. If you have the really big ones, you know, there's different size eggplants, especially in summertime. But it's going to roast, so it's going to get soft as it roasts. So what's going to happen is we take our eggplant and we're going to spread it out on a sheet tray. We are going to season this. I got some more eggplant. Spread that out on a cookie tray or a sheet tray. You need to really spread it out. You don't want to pile it on top of each other because you want it to be able to spread and to get that dry heat cooking all the way. Then what we're going to do is season it. We're going to season it with salt, generously. Salt and also pepper. Really good. Salt and pepper. Get that really well seasoned. And then what we're going to do is drizzle olive oil. Now, not all of your olive oil. In olive oil, we're using about 1/3 cup. You might leave more, but we want to get some olive oil in here to give it some moisture. And also our oven is preheated to 375. So we got our oven preheated to 375. There's half of our olive oil, and we're just going to spread that around. We're probably going to need some more, so it's not the exact amount of olive oil. We're going to spread that out, and we're going to put this in the oven now and get it started and let it go for 20 minutes in the oven at 375. All right, we're going to put this in the oven. There you go. And check it in 20 minutes. I bet you thought you were done, huh? So we need another cookie tray or sheet tray. We're going to put our bread on. So whatever bread you have, spread it out. You know, day or two, 8-day-old bread is better. We're going to put this in the oven, and we're going to put this in the oven for 20 minutes too, in the same oven. There we go. So it's been 20 minutes, 375, and you can see our bread is toasted and pretty hard. That's what you want. However, let's check our eggplant after 20 minutes and see where we are. The eggplant really needs to be soft. So right now it's still not really soft. So I'm going to go another 15 minutes on the eggplant. It all depends on your oven. What you're trying to see is make sure your eggplant, I can touch this hot, it doesn't bother me, but that it's soft on like both sides. Alright, so I'm going to put it back in for 15 minutes. So our eggplant is almost done in the oven. So the total of really, depends on what kind of oven you have. We're talking about 20 to 35 minutes till our eggplant is soft. But right now we're breaking up our bread. It's nice and dry, and just break it up into little pieces. Those are about 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch in size. You're going to use the crust and everything. Get that all broken up. Alright, so we got a total of 35 minutes for our eggplant, and then we're going to see if it is soft, and it is soft. That's what you want to feel. Does your eggplant feel soft? That's where you want it to be. And we're going to turn our oven off, and we're going to get ready to add this to our bread and our dressing. Okay, so our eggplant is going to go in the bowl. Get a big bowl. All our eggplant, it's really hot, that's okay. And all of our bread's going to go in there. All that eggplant goes in. We're going to also put in our cherry tomatoes. Just like they are whole. There's all your cherry tomatoes. We're going to put in our basil. All your basil is going to go in there. Mix that all in. Okay, so we're going to get a big spoon to start mixing this all up. And remember our balsamic vinegar? So we have our balsamic vinegar and olive oil. So we have 1/3 cup. We're going to put in that olive oil. And then we're going to start drizzling in our, we have 3 to 4 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. And we're going to drizzle that in there, 3 to 4 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. And then we're also going to do salt, a lot of salt, sea salt or kosher salt, and also pepper. You're going to put some fresh cracked pepper in there, back and forth, all around, and you're going to start tossing it nice and gentle, so over and under, just like that. So you're going to get all of it incorporated. What's going to happen is your basil is going to start to wilt, and you're going to add if you see like it's a little dry, you're going to add a little bit more olive oil and a little bit more of your balsamic vinegar. You're going to taste it first and see where you are. I'm going to add some more salt and pepper to that. I'm actually going to add a little bit more of the balsamic and also a little bit more olive oil, because you want it nice and moist and you want it all, that bread to all soak this in. This is like a panzanella salad, so it's basically bread salad. A little more pepper and a little more salt. There you go. All right, this gets better on the second day because it's going to sit and meld and get all that nice flavor in there. All right, so we're ready to plate this. I tasted it. I have the balsamic in there, the olive oil, the bread, and the cherry tomatoes. And you can let this refrigerate and get cold, and it's going to be better even the next day because all your flavors meld in with the bread and the eggplant. It gets a little bit more moist too as well. You have a little crunch when you start, but that's basically it. And all the basil on top. There we go.